Okay, so for 5, okay, remember we talked, here's just a random data set, and I want to know, is it linear, quadratic, or is it something completely else that you don't care about right now? Okay, that's all I care. That's all I want to know. So I gave you a process. We're going to check first and second differences. Okay, and maybe I'll do the second ones in black so that we can see them. Okay, so right off the bat, how do I get from 6 to 14, from 14 to 28, from so on and so on and so on? Okay, so from 6 to 14 is a difference of 8, 10, 20. How do I get from 48 to 74? Opal?
It's not 10.
Oh, sorry, it's 20. Sorry, 12. My goodness, nope. I'll get there. Don't worry. Counting by 2s. Okay, are we happy here? Okay, from 48 to 74, what's that?
20.
All right. That's better. Okay, do those match? So what conclusion can you draw currently? You can't answer the question yet, but you can definitely eliminate one of the answers. Yes, Opal?
It's not linear.
It's not linear because these don't match. Not linear. So you don't know what it is. So keep going. How do I get from 8 to 14, 14 to 20, 20 to 26? Well, 8 to 14, 6, 14 to 26, 20 to 26. Oh, look at that. That's nice. So then you could say, okay, well, it's quadratic. Okay, it's quadratic because the alrighty. Any questions? Okay, I'm hoping by the time I finish this today, you can all like maybe feel in a better spot to go start that review. Or maybe I'm taking my time here, okay? Okay, and then obviously this is all recorded for your reference on the weekend. There you go. In case you're stuck on anything, all right? Okay. I would say this is probably the most problematic question. This one and maybe the one on the bottom left. Okay? So, actually it wasn't bad. A lot of people got the surface area, but they didn't get the volume. Okay, so maybe we'll start with that. Let's just start with the surface area, okay? So here's a square-based pyramid, okay? And we're going to say, okay, what's the surface area of a square-based pyramid? You would have had, and again, I'll give you whatever you need, I'll give you on the test on Monday. Okay, so, and that might entail just say, here's the formula sheet. I don't really care, okay? Saves me typing an equation or a bunch of equations, okay? So, surface area is what? Based off your formula sheet. You can read it right off. What is it? You just have to be able to, here's the issue with the formula sheet. You have to be able to interpret what's on the picture and what the equation's saying. So what's, in theory, I have area of the square base, right? And then I have to add 4, how many, I got 4 triangles, right? One there, one on the back, and then one on the side. So I'm gonna have 4 areas of triangles. I actually think everybody for the most part did a decent job on the surface area part of this. Okay, because they were able just to use the information right given in the question. Okay, so we could go, this is like the most basic form of the area, the surface area, okay, and we could do a little bit more dissection of the triangle piece, but it doesn't really matter what you do, you're gonna get the same answer. So the area of the square on the bottom, well, this is 22 here as well. Okay, so we're going to know, we know the area of the square is going to be 22 times 22, right? Is everybody happy with that? And then we got to add 4 times, and if you're wondering how the equation actually comes to be on the sheet, because I saw a whole bunch of 2BS, where the B is the base, and then S is that slant. I think they call it the slant length, if I'm not mistaken. Okay. We have to go 1/2 base times height. Okay, and the reason why they call, and this was a key distinction that a lot of people were getting wrong on the quiz, this H, this is the issue with calling this the height. It's not the height, is it? Okay, a lot of people made that error, right? That's why I think they call this slant S. Okay, because a lot of people called it height. That's not the height of the triangle. The height of the triangle is here, and that's why I drew what I did on the board. I gave you a little clue. Okay, this is height, which is different from the S, the slant. Okay, but that's why a lot of people didn't have an issue getting the surface area, because they were just using the information from the like the picture. Okay, and it didn't really matter what you called that, but for the volume it did. Okay, a lot of people used 50 and their answer was off. Okay, and I'll show you how to get the actual height. All right. So let's plug in some numbers. Well, we could do, what's 22 times 22? What is that? Goodness me. What is it?
484.
Thank you. Oh, throwing my pencil around. 484 plus, oh, look at this. We could do this. 4 times, what's this? Oh, 4 divided by 2 is 2. B will be 22 times the slant length of 50. Okay, so what's 484 plus another 44 times 50? What's that? $44 times 50 is what? Okay, I'll do it. No problem. Centimeters what? Good, squared, because it's area. Let's talk about area. Areas are talking about 2 dimensions. Okay, you only multiply 2 dimensions there. That's centimeter squared. Okay? Now to find the height. Okay, and this is why I drew what I did on the board. You're going to have, here's what I drew on the board for you. I'm not going to draw this on the board on Monday if I gave you a question like this. The expectation would be that you were able to figure this out. 50. What is this here? What's that side length? Opal? This one. Oh, yeah, you're talking this one? No, Greer, what's this one?
11.
It's 11. It's half of the bottom, right? Okay, because it's talking about like you're like cutting into the middle. Okay, so this would be 11. Okay, because it's half of 22, so that has to be 11. Okay, and some people got that, and then I saw some people. Where do I put this? This is now what. Remember when we did Pythagorean theorem? I told you, biggest side length has to be C, and then the other 2 don't matter. So we're solving for B here. A squared plus B squared is equal to C squared. 11 squared plus B squared is equal to 50 squared. And so we're going to get B squared is equal to 50 squared minus 11 squared. B is going to equal the square root. Well, B is equal to, square root of that. What did we get for this Opal? 32? Is that what you said? Is that 32?
No, I got something wrong.
Oh, sorry. Okay, what's the height or B? Greer?
48.5.
Oh, that's right, 48.7 centimeters. All right. So there's your height. That represents the height of this triangle, right, top to bottom. And now we could go to our formula sheet and say, okay, volume is equal to. Remember, we talked about what this was relative to just a regular old square-based prism or square-based pyramid. Square-based prism. Okay, we talked about its comparison. It's 1/3 of the volume of that. So on the top here, you're going to say, okay, well, it's length times width times height. That's how you would find the square-based prism. Okay, but it's not a square-based prism. It's a square-based pyramid. So a pyramid would be 1/3 the volume. Saw some 2's there. Okay. Just be careful taking it off the equation, the formula sheet, right? So we're going to get length times width is 22 times 22 times 48, out of room, 48.7. Divided by, remember this is the height, 3. Okay, and what did we get for the volume? It was 8,000 or something? Aaron, what you get for the volume?
97,869.84
All right. Centimeters cubed. Okay. I'll stop it there.